Well, welcome. This is a good interview. James O'Brien does good interviews. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let's have a look at the Patreon numbers. For 506. We made it. We made over 500. We need 700, really, for it to I actually think it's 506 people. Well done, us. Balcony shirts. Hey, we got merch. Should we have a look at our merch? Do you want to look at our merch? tlna.co.uk. There is another way of accessing it on the iainandcatherine.com, but we haven't really. I haven't felt well enough. I haven't felt well enough to. I hope you don't think I was. Katie, when you said it was glitchy, and I said, "Oh, we have to leave it then." I was then thinking, oh God, that possibly sounded. You can ask the question, Death Screamer. That possibly sounded like I was being angry with you. I wasn't. I was frustrated with this, and I was being naughty. I was in an AA meeting, so I couldn't really focus on it. I was angry with myself. So I hope you didn't interpret that as anger at you. And if you did, there's my explanation. Why won't that? Yes. What would you like to ask? If 506 is not enough. 506 is not. It's that. But it starts to become feasible. What are your views on the new hot tub streams? I think they should not be allowed on this platform. Look at this great merch. Big boy t-shirts, big boy mugs. You will receive the vaccine on Tuesday. Lovely hat. A bubble hat. A bubble hat. Late night alternative. Lovely bag, tote bag, hats. Can't see that hat. It doesn't zoom up. There we go. T-shirts, sweaters. tlna.co.uk, guys. If you just pop over to www.tlna.co.uk, that's where you're going to find. That's where you're going to find all the stuff. That's where you're going to find all the stuff. Have we got this? Nope. Nope. Here we go. Let's load the new titles. Where would the new titles be? They're only a work in progress, says Jeff. I think they're. Where would the new titles be? Where would the new titles be? Let's load those up. Oh, we're going to be watching Inside Story, the making of a boy band today. Thank you, Daniel. The Cursed Show. Is that it? No, this isn't the new titles. This isn't the new titles. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. This isn't these are not the new titles, guys. I just have to make this clear. I have a bad case of diarrhea. Those are not the new titles. What's this? That's not the new titles. Where would it be? Is it this? Here we go. Let's add these. New titles. Now we can talk over it. Go away, come here. There's nothing you can do about it. Pieces of trash.
Okay. Okay.
Great show, great bonus show yesterday. Where were you, losers?
I enjoyed that very much.
Great. Are you deaf in one ear or is it just me? It might just be me, actually. There we go. I'm a bit louder there. It was a great show. We did. I can't.
Delith 1977. Surely God is gender neutral.
That can be whatever you want it to be.
Depends what you think it is.
That can be whatever you want. Excuse me. That can be whatever you want it to be. Miss, can I show you a bit of the Miss, can I show you a bit of the show I did yesterday? No, you can't. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you. I was out walking and I did a great TikTok yesterday, by the way. Did you see the TikTok with the cows? Let me show you.
You went down the reggae route.
I did not go down the reggae route.
It looked like the reggae route.
Listen.
It looked familiar.
Catherine, I will not go down the reggae route. In fact, can I play you a recording that I made 50 years from now in the future? And then I got it with a time machine.
I won't go down the reggae route.
But excuse me, louder?
I won't go down the reggae route.
And I will never go down the reggae route. But I made a great... This guy's a jerk. I don't know who this guy is. Now, I can't...
Oh God, you can't work TikTok. We've established that last time we attempted this.
Oh, for God's sake. Who's the one who's been making some wicked... Let's see. Who's the one who's been making some wicked... No, it's Ian and Catherine, isn't it? Who's the one who's been making some wicked...
Just you.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. This is it. This is me.
The girl them skill out chip. Thunderball. Some give it to, some give it to, some give it to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls,
look at the
all my
cows
girls.
glowing. That's not an effect. That's not an effect. The cows are glowing.
The girl them skill out chip. Thunderball. Some give it to, some give it to, some give it to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Thunderball say. The girl them skill out chip.
Catford says there's a good new, give him a pat on the back, thank you. There's a good new TikTok from the IKEA worker with the tash. What's his name? I'll just search for his account. I've got a search bar. I'm in TikTok.
That's okay. I follow him. Let's have a little look.
But it's my computer that they'll see it on.
I can tell you the name.
Well, that's all I'm asking for.
I won't tell you the name.
Those cows are real. I was on a walk and then I had to cross over. I love public footpaths and bridleways not so much. Public footpaths.
Scott size.
I like. But you can never. It's difficult with the fields to know which direction the public footpath goes in. So I follow those little arrows on the stiles. I call them Harry's because of the because you only go in one direction. So I follow that.
You literally don't.
I follow.
Come back over it as well.
That arrow directly. What's this gentleman's
Scott
name?
Sice.
How do I spell Sice?
S-E-I-S-S.
Scott Sice. Hey, I'm Scott Sice. Here we go.
Why can't I use the bathroom in the back?
Here we go.
You don't work here. Oh. You want to use it? I'll grab you an application. Here's a better question. Why are you shopping on the brink of pissing yourself? Yeah, I have to take your shit. I don't have to smell it. Why can't I use the bathroom in the back?
You should smile more. Have you seen that one? Oh, we saw that one, right?
So we've seen all of this. We're experts on this guy. Missile Truckers just donated £3 to Rocks. And let me just say, we've got until Sunday. All don't... what?
What
Okay.
if was one of us?
Oh,
Just a slob like one of us. Just a stranger on the bus. Trying to make his way home.
Yeah.
God has bleeped out the word God. Rocks has bleeped out the word God. Wow. Can't say anything these days. That's Rocks. And if you donate to Rocks before Sunday, everything will be doubled. Up to $560. So let's see how far off we are from that Rocks total donation history. Going to click here. Very complicated for an old. There should be just like a total. Let's go to.
Something just happened.
We got $150, right? So we're $410. So that's being doubled for us, right? For Spiderfish.
Thanks, Spy. Oh, God, here we go again.
T to the L to the N to the A. That's TLNA all the way. Who wants to go when we can stay? That's right, my friends, it's the TLNA.
Time it now.
T to the L to the N to the A. Give me TLNA every day.
Time it out.
Don't fret or sway when you're having a bad day. Tune into TLNA come what may.
Time it out.
I mean,
Time it out.
it is that was quite bumlicky though.
Time him out.
T to the L to the N.
If you want to donate, you click on that Rocks link, and that will 120s. And that will. So we get 560 by the end of this week. We that gets doubled.
Yes,
that gets doubled. So you double your money. Yeah, 410 people. What
are you stroking your nipples for now? Come on.
I put on weight again. I went from 15.7 to 15.3 overnight. Then I went back up to 15.7. But I ate a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and then last night I had 3 slices of toast with cheese on. I don't give a shit. I do give a shit. I want to reach my ideal weight, 14.5. I'm not going to get there, but I think I'm done with Noom.
Okay.
I'm done with it because I
am. I think
I'm done with it,
but I'm reticent to let go.
Well,
because I've paid for an extra 4 months. So when that's over, it's over.
I'm not doing the groups.
No,
I'm not talking to my guide, my guru, I think that's called in there. I'm not sure. I've stopped reading the lessons. I've stopped logging the meals. What I want, right? I know what to, because I don't know how to eat. I know how to eat now. And I know how to eat less. So can you just get, like, on your phone? I bet you can. Like, it's like a free calorie counter. So you barcode the meal. And it goes, that's like Noom does. You barcode it, Tesco soup, and that's 362 calories.
Bet you can.
I bet you can.
You want to Google that?
My Fitness Pal people are saying, let's write that down. Oh, I don't have Google.
Have you got Goodle?
I've got Google, yeah.
Yeah, I use that.
My Fitness.
Or you can ask Jeeves.
My Fitness Pal. Everyone's saying My Fitness Pal. My Fitness Pal is free. Well, I'm doing that then. So Noom, thank you. You've helped start me, but My Fitness Pal is going to finish me off.
I do.
Another one.
I do think it's good for setting you on the right track. That Noom.
Yeah. I didn't know how to eat. Now I know how to eat. Pleased to meet you. You've got a little something in your hair. Should I give you a Kath close up?
Another one.
It's gone. It's gone. It was like a bit of like fluff or something. So welcome to the show. So let me just show you a little bit of yesterday's show. Now the audio podcast. This was fun. I made a podcast of this. It's only available to our Patreons. Also. I'm going to change that to 550. 600 is too ambitious. 600 isn't going to happen.
It's too frightening.
600 isn't going to happen in this month. So I'm going to change that to 550. That's what I meant to change that to.
That's much more reasonable.
Reasonable. So, but this, if you want the podcast of this, and I cut out all the gaps. So it's. And I listen to it. I never listen to my stuff, right? Not since I did XFM, and I used to record it and take it home and listen to it because I wanted to get better. And I would always say I would diss the XFM shows, but they're the only things I've listened to. I listened to this yesterday. This made me laugh, man. This made me laugh. So this is and I'm going to edit it and put it up on. But so this is what we did yesterday. This was. This is the end. Hang on. We came back after someone showed us a peen. So just a blank screen.
The thing is, right, it's never one worth seeing, is it?
Well, hello.
Blank screen. I didn't say anything. Thank you, BAPT.
Is this thing on?
People just phoned up and they went with it. It was flipping brilliant. That's me saying Mr. Doubleina, Mr. Bob Doubleina. Mandy put it in chat first, and I read her script. But there's this on the.
Till he had dust in his throat and eyes, and splashes of whitewash all over his black fur, and an aching back and weary arms.
It was so much fun. Thank you, everyone who called in. It was so much fun. So if you want the video of that's going to go on YouTube, but edited, so it's much tighter. It's still over an hour long. If you want the audio version, you can only get the podcast by signing up to our Patreon. Now, the solo podcasts are going to be on the £20 level.
Yeah.
But I think that would go on the $6.66 level because I would consider that canon.
Yeah.
I would consider that canon. So that would stay on the 6. Look at that. James Buckley, 987. Amaranth, 13,900.
Some people are thirsty in the mornings.
So I would consider that canon. So that would go in the 666 tier. But at the moment, it's there for everyone. Excuse me. It's there for everyone. So sign up the Patreon from July the 1st. Just quickly. From July the 1st, we're going to go behind a paywall. The first 45 minutes of this show will be free. Then after that, you're going to be paywall on YouTube or Twitch. YouTube, 'cause you can't do a paywall on Twitch, you idiot. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be better. It's going to be new improved. It's going to be cleaner or filthier, depending on what you want, depending on what will get you to sign up.
It is a different vibe when everyone in the chat is there because they want to be there.
It's going to be a good show, but you've got to go to Patreon. .com. What is it? Patreon.com/Iain and Catherine. IAIN and Catherine with a K.
Yeah.
And we are supposed to be on the media show next Wednesday. And if we're not, it's because they don't want you to know about us.
Mainstream media.
Censorship.
Mainstream media.
If we're not, if the penciled invitation,
yes.
The word pencil has actually been used by the MSM. Microsoft
Despite the fact it's lies, no one uses pencils anymore.
No. So we're penciled in for next Wednesday on the media show, and if we're not on there, then that is that means we've been cancelled, and that is censorship.
Yeah.
You can't say anything these days.
No. Where's our freedom of speech?
So that's that was good. Hang on one second.
I forgot to pack my swimsuit.
Good. 02032. Let's open up Skype. It's a phoning show.
Do that.
We've got something to watch as well, and we've got so much to watch. We've mined a rich seam.
Yeah?
What?
Go on. You're talking my language. You talk about mining,
We have mined.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Radio 4 Media Show. We have mined a rich seam of boy band materials. And I would like to thank...
We all like boy band materials, don't we now? Come on, you know we do.
Huh? And I would like to thank someone called Sam, who doesn't follow me, but I think follows... HB is my favourite pencil. But I think follows Peter What's on the Tapes.
HB is very pedestrian.
And she has very kindly sent me that upside down, inside out, orange documentary. We got it. It's on this computer, and I just clicked on a second of it, and it's the quality is adequate.
Okay, adequate will do.
Adequate.
I mean, adequate is great. For
adequate will do. But let's get some phone calls. Let's talk. Let's talk. It's
just people.
Let's just talk. Let's just talk.
Why aren't you talking?
There's so much to talk about.
You can't say anything though.
You can't say anything. But
let's talk.
Let's talk. And there's so much to talk about. There's. Oh, can I play you a great Alan Bezic? By the way, everyone in the Discord chat last night. We chat about Alan Bezic live. This is why I was awake, right? Because she texted me about 11:30. You still awake? Thought you were going to bed. I was like, yeah, I'm in the Discord live commentating on Alan Bezic with several other people. It was a bloody awful show last night.
Oh, what's happening?
Technical issues.
Oh, right, because it was Larry the time before, wasn't it?
Technical issues.
Everyone was getting Larry.
But then he came back tetchy. Then he came back very, very tetchy because he kept doing that thing where he kept going, you've gone, but the caller was still talking.
Oh no!
It was a bit of a car crash, but there was a great call.
That's my friend Georgia Mann, Radio 3 Essential Classics.
Do I know her?
Yes, I think there was a slight overlap when you first went to Three Counties.
Okay, fantastic.
She's great.
Okay.
Dreams can come true.
But okay. Who knows? Can someone tell me what time the gentleman who brushed his teeth was on? Don't reveal any more. Can you tell me what time the gentleman who brushed his teeth was on? Because it was a little bit all over the place for me last night. It was a gentleman who brushed his teeth. This whole thing is so screwy.
Round.
All right, Sweeney. Can someone tell me what time? Oh, this is. Oh,
I smell gorgeous today. Yeah.
Okay, no one's going to tell me, so we're going to have to just find it. It's a very dark call. Are you ready for a dark call?
Yeah, I'm always ready for a dark call.
It's just pronunciation.
Well,
you just say pronunciation?
No. On MasterChef, they say posset, but it's a lemon posset.
He didn't. This guy's an arsehole, Graham.
It's a couple of things.
He always comes on and takes the piss out of Bezic.
Yeah.
But Alan laughs along with it.
But first, it's been to understand any of that for help of an indigenous.
Is it because he's old?
What's the step in your view? Is there a step?
Learn from your mistakes and other.
With no to say.
Your phone and they come out, took a look at. God, it was nice.
Billions and billions.
Take a break. You're looking at,
I mean, the last call was spot on. The system of McCurry's is horrendous.
Very, very
sad. A call about a man brushing his teeth.
I mean, I phoned you about a month ago, and we was talking at a level playing field.
No, it's not this.
So what do you mean?
You'd think Elvis was there.
For Schlepp.
Meeting before is well advised to raise the legislation.
This is because this guy was giving advice about benefit, and Alan's getting really angry with him.
Misinformed.
Well, it is a benefit. No, it's not actually a benefit, Alan. Well, it's a benefit. The pension is a benefit.
And indeed, it's a health need, but
by saying this, I hope I do.
Well, the senior in gardens, sorry, the
of the refuge.
We're trying to find the call about brushing teeth. I'm not going to give it much longer.
Building. Summit Graham, should we stop?
No.
Tell these are crap, we'll sell them. Have you heard of the Underground in London? It has trains going through at 60 mile an hour. Anyway, good on you, Jeff, thank you.
I know.
Says, can I buy a wasp?
Do you use it for food?
Right, well, let's look at the Discord. I wonder, does Discord timestamp the calls? Because it's a great call.
Could you, in future in the Discord chat, could you put the timestamps in your combos?
Please do. Does it time? Oh, here we go. It timestamps. Yeah, Alan's slot in the BBC Manchester schedule from May the 30th is empty. Now, Paul Twist says it's midnight 22. You mentioned it, right? So let's have a little look, and then we'll give up. You should have been listening, really.
Answer it, you see.
I was watching some right old crap yesterday.
A lad went to join the Navy.
I was asleep at this point. Hang on, we'll come to your right old crap in a second. Let me just.
Well, it hasn't turned into murder for a step.
Hello, Mr. Bezo. Okay.
Mr. Bezo.
Very well, thank you.
I would like to speak to you, if I could, about what something recently happened to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thought I was asleep at this point. We are here. You are about to hear a horrific, messed up call on every single level, Mr. Bezic. Are you ready?
Do it, go.
Betrayal and trust.
Betrayal and... It's a call... Hello, Alex. It's a call about betrayal and trust. If you hear any betrayal and trust issues in this call, could you let me know? Because I didn't notice any at the points.
Well, I always like a preamble to a phone call.
Here we go.
0800 218
This is a great call.
5. How do Richard?
Hello, Mr. Bezo.
Hello, Mr. Bezo. Okay.
I'm very well, thank you.
I would like to speak to you, if I could, about
Enough of the pleasantries.
what something recently happened to me about betrayal and trust.
So it's something that recently happened to him. It's about betrayal and trust. You're going to hear a dark story of what this gentleman believes is attempted murder.
What?
Enjoy. This gentleman believes it is.
Okay.
I noticed your recent callers. It doesn't matter if it's the government. I mean, I'm classed as a vulnerable person. Things have happened to me, blah, 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 blah.
Things have happened to him, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we don't need to go into it, but
Well, we need to know about it, but we don't need to know about the details.
Could you lift the playback level, please? Cubic, could you write that in English? I don't know what that means. What do you mean lift it? Lift? Could you lift the playback level, please? What does that mean?
I think it means turn it up.
Oh, why didn't you say turn it up, you absolute melt? I don't think I can, actually. I don't think I can. If I do this... Ding, I don't think I can. I think it's quite low, so you just have to deal with it, mate. Lift the playback level. I don't think I can go. I think this is it.
Long story short,
Technotronic should have changed the title of their song, shouldn't they? Instead of pumping up the jam, they should have been singing about lifting the playback levels.
Lift up the playback levels. This is not, by the way. No, this is not.
Shit, I'm away.
Different guy.
Me last night. I'm peeping through the curtains for the last 12 months. Oh, don't come out your house. Everyone's got masks on. You'll die of a disease. And so I've been really paranoid on my own. And my friends come round and said, would you like to come for a drink round at my house?
Come for a drink, he said. Come for a drink round at my house, he said.
Everything's back to normal tomorrow.
Do you know how hard it is to fall asleep in a phone box? Yes, I do, Jakey. Do you know how hard it is to make love to a beautiful woman in a phone box?
I saw someone trying it once. Very inconvenient. I wanted to use the phone.
It's rock and roll.
It's rock and roll.
So I stayed at my friends and we was heavy drinking.
There was heavy drinking. It was heavy drinking. Imagine going around to this guy's friends.
Heavy drinking.
And rocking and rolling and heavy drinking. Wow.
I won't lie to you.
He's not going to lie. He's being honest. I mean, you have to respect that. Whatever your views are on rock and roll and heavy drinking, you have to respect his honesty. Okay?
And I'd had a few hours sleep. I woke up in the morning and I went to the toilet for have a wee like you do. And I thought...
You went to the toilet to have a wee like you do.
For have a wee.
The story's about...
Went to the toilet for have a wee.
Like you do.
Especially after heavy drinking.
This is the moment the story turns.
What, his willy fell off or something?
Worse than that.
Oh, no. What's worse than that?
Well, I brushed my teeth.
Just go back ever so slightly. Let's go back ever so slightly.
Let's rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
So I stayed at my friends and we was heavy drinking.
She's been honest.
I won't lie to you.
And I'd had a few hours sleep.
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning and I went to the toilet for have a wee like you do. And I thought, I brushed my teeth because my son and my girlfriend are always saying, your breath smells, your breath smells.
Oh, God!
Have you noticed anything about this? There is something wrong. He has said something wrong already. And I noticed this straight away. Basic picks up on it.
What, he's brushing his teeth with wee?
No. He said something wrong.
He lives on his own, but he talks about his...
No. Okay, we'll keep listening.
Oh, so I've been using mouthwash for ages and ages and ages.
Yeah.
And I went to the bathroom right away, and then I found a toothbrush. Clean.
Found a toothbrush. Oh, right. Jesus.
Okay, so let's just go back ever so slightly.
Oh, no.
Let's just go back ever so slightly.
My son and my girlfriend are always saying, your breath smells, your breath smells. So I've been using mouthwash for ages and ages and ages. And I went to the bathroom right away, and then I found a toothbrush, cleaned it thoroughly.
Cleaned it thoroughly?
He's not an animal. He's not an animal. He was cleaned thoroughly.
Brushed my teeth.
Basic gets it.
And then I thought what I was drinking was mouthwash, and I didn't know the extent of drugs they got to. Do you know what I mean at this stage? It was a bottle of methadone.
It was a bottle of synthetic heroin.
But he wasn't drinking it, though, was he? Surely he was just gargling. Does it have an effect if you gargle it? Like so?
Right. Basics. Right.
I mean, who does that to someone?
Who does that to someone?
Who did that to him? He did that to himself, didn't he? I counted the people in the bathroom. I counted them in. I'm going to count them out.
Who does that to someone?
There was one.
Who does that to someone? My sister, gosh.
Who are these people?
Why are you in their bathroom? Why are you using their toothbrush? Why are you drinking their methadone? It's like the bloody Three Bears. The Three Bears, Salford style.
Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Would you just indulge me just a second? I think
Who's been drinking my methadone? And it's all gone.
One second. I just need to. That's hang on.
Oh dear.
Why is that recording us? Because I would love. I wonder if this will just. That's right. Just be quiet for 1 second.
Right.
Oh, wow. I'd love that to record us. Hang on to record something. Because that is going to be our new... that is going to be our new sound clip. I can't remember how I did it last time. It was so... Speakers. Could be that. Hello. Here we go.
I mean, who does that to someone? Who are these people?
Just need that clip. Because hang on a second, we now have a wonderful mix of.
Shit, I'm awake.
Who are these people?
Get it in the soundboard now.
They said they were my friends 1 second and come round for a drink, and then they more or less bloody poisoned me in the bathroom.
Well, did they tell you to drink it?
I don't know about you guys, but I keep my regular heroin clearly labelled.
No.
Had they decanted it into the Listerine?
He reckons it's exactly the same bottle. Now, methadone was never my thing, but I've seen people get their script from the chemist. It's like a tiny little bottle, right? Isn't it? Methadone, it's like a tiny little bottle that you...
Oh, I thought it was one of them, like I'm imagining, I don't know, almost like a night nurse bottle. But it certainly doesn't look like Listerine.
Maybe it is. Maybe
I thought it was a brown glass.
I don't know. And thank God we don't know. We just don't know.
But for me, it was a step too far finding a toothbrush and washing it off.
Left it on the side.
Especially, right, if he's got smelly breath. Imagine, right, you've got your mate come over, you've been boozing all night, and they stink to start with. And then they're using your toothbrush. Who are these people?
He's got stinky breath. And he's using everything is wrong.
It makes me want to puke. And not for the reason he thinks.
Well, let's carry on with the story because it gets so angry.
Well, indeed. But
mouthwash. And I always swallow the mouthwash. I don't have smelly breath.
Can anyone else kind of smell it when he's telling the story?
It wasn't your bathroom.
No. It was
so you're in somebody else. So you were in somebody else's bathroom. You saw.
Yes, I don't take that stuff.
No, indeed. So you were in somebody else's bathroom. You saw a bottle, and decided to drink from it.
I brushed my teeth, and while I was brushing my teeth, I just reached it.
But then you saw the bottle.
There is a clear difference between washing it off and cleaning it thoroughly, Catherine.
How thorough was he?
And you decided to drink from it, assuming it was mouthwash. Did it say mouthwash on it?
Well,
it did or it didn't. Did it say mouthwash on it?
It was a big bottle and it was...
Yeah, no, did it say mouthwash on it?
Wouldn't it have a label with his name on it? Also... They don't give out big bottles, do they? I thought you had to take it in the shop.
It has to. You don't have to. Well, I don't think you have to take it. I don't think you have to take it in the shop. I think they like to take it as soon as it's handed to them. I think that's what that is.
No.
I
think they have to take it in the shop. I've seen it.
I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you do.
Did it say mouthwash on it?
It was exactly the same size.
Did it have a skull and crossbones on it? Or did it have Listerine on it? Because that's a telltale sign.
So I don't think it's like pink or green either. I don't think it. I mean, maybe it is.
Does it smell minty? No. Does it taste minty? No, I don't think it tastes minty. It probably tastes like...
Who are these people?
If they've got any sense, they make it taste nasty because they don't want you going nuts on it, do they?
They don't want you going nuts.
But people do.
Who are these people?
We just don't know. You have to take it in the shop. Like, I don't think you do it. They are very keen. Like, so you be the chemist.
Yeah. I don't imagine they'd give you a big bottle. I don't believe they'd give you a big bottle. No, what they do is they get the little cup and they go, there you go.
Yep, they do. Yep.
And let me see you.
Yep.
Drink that now like a good I think that this is Dodge pottery. Okay. If they've got a big bottle, like a salon size, shampoo size, then that's not from the chemist, that.
Sod off.
Okay.
And exactly.
Indeed, bottles come in a limited number. Let me try. Did it say mouthwash on it? It either did or it didn't. No.
Yeah, but who on earth put me? Who are these people? About leaving something that can kill somebody.
It was in their own
on a bathroom with no top on.
Richard,
no top on.
By the way, I don't believe a word of this story, because if you have the misfortune to be on a methadone addict, and it's often used, as I'm sure you know, to get people off of heroin, but I never quite get my head around it, because I have met people who've used methadone, and the reduction is. Sometimes it doesn't get reduced for ages and ages. I know there's a medical reason for that, but you do just think, well, you're just substituting one thing with another. But also, the majority of methadone addicts will cane that methadone immediately, because they like the tickly feeling it gives them inside. Apparently, it's like kissing God. So I don't believe that this actually happened.
That guy's not kissing anyone anytime soon.
Richard, it was in their bathroom. They are entitled to have in their bathroom everything that is legal.
A big bottle of drugs with no top on?
Yes, please. Have you got one? A big bottle of drugs with no top on? This guy, this is the gift that just keeps on giving. I'm sorry, I have to...
It's a mouthwash on it.
It was exactly the same size. And exactly.
Indeed, bottles come in a limited number. Let me try. Did it?
Skitty meatball. Could have been calamine, TCP, shower gel. Didn't matter. Who's going to gargle it?
Say mouthwash on it. It either did or it didn't. No.
Yeah, but who on earth put me? Who on earth would think about leaving?
Hang on a minute. I recognise that voice.
Who is it? What's going on?
That's the same person, right?
I think they're from the same factory, yeah.
Something that can kill somebody.
It was in their own
on a bathroom with no top on.
Richard, it was in their bathroom. They are entitled to have in their bathroom everything that is legal.
A big bottle of drugs with no top on.
Everything that is legal.
It starts there. That's beautiful. My sister's right. Yeah, we had kaolin and morphine in our bathroom cabinet. Actual morphine, a bottle of morphine. It's medicine you could buy from the chemist.
I'm just thinking what this gentleman would reach for in my bathroom. I think we do have some mouthwash, but we also have a number of other bottles that you could have the misfortune to gargle with.
Enough for 2 toothbrushes and a bottle of Listerine in Poundland.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you.
A big bottle of drugs.
Oh.
A big bottle of drugs.
Hang on a second, sorry, I just need to hear this.
A big bottle of drugs with no top on.
I can get rid of that. Go on, yeah, sorry, go on.
Hazy says, a big bottle of drugs with no top on. Oh, the 90s.
Big bottle of drugs with no top on.
There we go. This guy. I need a whole new soundboard. Big bottle of drugs with no top on. Ladies and gentlemen, we should. There must be a better way of sharing these clips as opposed to just like podcasts with you lot. But we will get round to that. Hang on, let me just send this to myself because I'm having too much fun. Big bottle. You got to be careful with your big bottles of drugs. You really do. You really do. Let me continue.
Everything that is legal, they are entitled to have in there.
Okay.
They didn't leave it there to poison you. They had the right.
I know that.
They had. I mean, was it your toothbrush?
I was heavily drinking.
Who is this bloke? Bloody Alice in Wonderland. You don't go in people's houses and start drinking random things.
But this is great. Now there are 2 things going on, right? Alan's suddenly going, was it your toothbrush? But then he goes about being heavily drunk.
Top on.
Everything that is legal, they are entitled to have in there.
Okay.
They didn't leave it there to poison you. They had the right.
I know that.
They had. I mean, was it your toothbrush?
I was heavily drinking all night.
I know that.
Drunk.
Was it your toothbrush? Was it your toothbrush?
This big bottle of drugs is just right.
We have just had the evidence.
God.
That he was heavily drinking and he could hardly see.
Was it your toothbrush?
Jim says, maybe a better way of sharing the clips is getting Steph's packed lunch to play them out. Come on, one of the producers follows us, and just 2 days after we played the brilliant clip of the chef on Blind Date and worked out it was the guy on Steph's packed lunch, a clip supplied brilliantly and generously by Pete Watts on the tapes. He found it in his VHS collection. Just 2 days after that, it gets played on Steph's packed lunch, and I know that one of the producers from Steph's packed lunch follows me on Twitter because I saw it. I couldn't find it last night. I don't know who it is, but you follow me. Come on, man. We're at the bottom of the hill scrabbling for fag ends. Pete is beneath us in the sewers, right? Pete's in the sewers. We're in the gutter. Steph's at the top of a big old tower.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Share the wealth. Come on. Anyway, back to this.
Was it your toothbrush?
No, I cleaned it thoroughly, though.
You cleaned it thoroughly?
Oh, that's all right then.
Huh?
You cleaned somebody else's... So, had you asked...
He's blind drunk, he can hardly see, but he knows. Got to brush those peggies.
Had you asked permission to use somebody else's toothbrush?
No, I woke up and they was all asleep. And I needed the wee.
I often wee without cleaning my teeth, as it happens. Did you?
Big bottle of drugs with no top on.
Okay. This is fun. This is all from Alan.
Shut up.
Shit, I'm awake. Who are these people? Big bottle of drugs with no top on.
Remember when we used to have a radio show where we'd get clips from our own show? Now we're forced to steal them from an old man.
Did you ask? Did you?
It's getting me, but I'm still not sure if this is worse than his penis.
What I want to know is, did he make his breath minty fresh?
Did you ask? Did you ask? Did you ask?
Really raw.
Did you ask whether you could use their toothbrush?
No, I woke up.
No is an answer. No is an answer. Everything after that is still no. So you went into somebody else's bathroom. You went into somebody
Responsibility.
You went into somebody else's bathroom.
I'm just thinking about that sticky toothbrush. You know it's sticky.
Used their toothbrush, drank what you thought was mouthwash, and are now complaining that it wasn't. I'm afraid, Richard, although I take your point that you're a vulnerable person, I think what has happened to you is an accident rather than betrayal.
Well, I didn't see it that way last night.
Also, are we allowed to have great big piss-ups now?
Yeah, you're allowed
in other people's houses?
You're allowed to go to other people's houses now, yeah.
You're allowed to go in?
Yep.
Are you allowed to use their toothbrush?
I think you're allowed to go into houses now, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
We're allowed to. I'm in negotiations to go and stay at my sister's.
Take your own toothbrush.
I went in to brush my teeth and came out and wrote, "How do you sleep?"
Clearly you didn't.
Well, the fingerprints off. That'll kill you. You've drunk too much. I thought, oh my God, you've invited me around for a drink, and now it's like turning into murder in your bathroom.
It's like turning into murder in your bathroom. Let's go back to the fingerprints.
Also, why was he drinking mouthwash?
Let's go back to the fingerprints, because it escalates very quickly.
It was mouthwash.
Has he explained why he now goes back there to brush his teeth every day? JKRX! Well done. Oh, well done. The cockmonger, not only are you allowed around to other people's houses, it's now mandatory that you brush your teeth with other people's drugs. This is Johnson's Britain.
I was going to say, right, after a year of being told, because he said, being told, don't go outside, it'll kill you, right? So he's been aware of germs for a year. He goes to his mate's house and goes nuts. Toothbrush sharing. I mean, I don't think I've ever used anyone's toothbrush that I've not Well, let's be honest. Well, no, let's not be honest. Anyway, I've never used anyone's toothbrush that I've not had other intimate
Yeah, exactly.
encounters with.
Yeah.
So I don't know what these guys did. It was a big night. There was heavy drinking.
Yeah.
But what?
They're rock and roll.
What? Who are these people?
And are now complaining that it wasn't. I'm afraid, Richard, although I take your point that you're a vulnerable person, I think what has happened to you is an accident rather than betrayal.
Seems a bold first post-lockdown step to shove someone else's toothbrush down your filthy gob.
Doesn't it, though?
Well, I didn't see it that way last night.
Clearly you didn't.
Wipe the fingerprints off. That'll kill you. You've drunk too much. I thought.
Stop. Why are we wiping fingerprints off this now?
Guys, I think he's been told to do by his friend.
Because he's going to die.
There we go. There's the murder line.
Oh, God. You've invited me around for a drink, and now it's like turned into murder in your bathroom.
Well, it hasn't turned into murder for a start. You're still murder requires somebody to be dead, and you're not. And
oh no, I'm buzzing.
You.
I missed that bit.
Oh, God.
Murder requires someone to be dead. Oh, no, I'm buzzing.
The most Mancunian response. Oh, no, I'm buzzing.
Oh, my God, this is embarrassing. Let's go back.
Too much. I thought, oh, my God. You've invited me around for a drink, and now it's like turned into murder in your bathroom.
It hasn't turned into murder for a start. You're still. Murder requires somebody to be dead, and you're not. And
oh no, I'm buzzing.
You.
Oh my God. I'm getting stomach ache from laughing.
Oh no, I'm buzzing.
You don't get to go to other people's houses and use the stuff that they've not given you permission to use.
I know I shouldn't have done that, but I
and
thought
that's where you went wrong. But Richard, that doesn't make it them betraying you. I mean,
meant to have a cap full.
If I
meant to have a cap full.
If I
meant to have a cap full. I didn't know that. I had a mouthful. Just listen to him in the background while Alan's talking. You meant to have a cap full. I didn't know that. I had a mouthful.
I know I shouldn't have done that, but I
and that's where you went wrong. But Richard, that doesn't make it them betraying you. I mean,
meant to have a cap full.
You meant to have a cap full. I didn't know this. I don't take drugs. I had a mouthful.
If I stay with somebody, and I rarely do, I wouldn't dream of using their toothbrush, no matter how much.
That is a cheeky move, isn't it?
I cleaned it, and if I thought a guest, if I thought a guest of mine had used my toothbrush, they would never cross my threshold again, ever.
But when I told them about this, they went off alarmingly. Like I was.
They went off alarmingly.
One is use your toothbrush and he stinks. 2 is helping himself to your methadone. I'm not surprised they went off.
Very rude. I mean, I get pissed off if people help themselves to the stuff in my fridge, but my drugs.
Richard, I would have thrown you out of the house if it was me. If you said to me, I've just used your toothbrush, I would say, get out, don't ever return.
Don't ever return.
I used their methadone.
If you said to me, you didn't use it by accident, you chose to use it. Richard, I'm trying not to bully you, but quite frankly, they are entitled to not have you use their stuff.
So it's my fault. I haven't been out for 12 months, and my friends invite me round to the house.
But they didn't invite you round to use their toothbrush. Richard.
We've not got to the bit where he goes up to their bedroom. I put their pants on, it were a thong.
Didn't almost poison you with methadone. You chose to drink from a bottle.
They did poison me.
You chose to drink from a bottle that you had no right to drink from.
I thought it was Aquafresh.
Don't matter.
He named it. Well, that's surely the fault of Aquafresh if their bottles are similar to the methadone bottles.
Aquafresh.
I thought it was Aquafresh. What are you doing taking my heroin? I thought it was Aquafresh. I didn't know.
Doesn't matter what you think it was, even if it was Aquafresh.
Dread to think what he's going to do after June the 17th.
You didn't have a right to drink from it.
Do you know how potent methadone is? Would you leave it around in your house, on your bathroom, in your bathroom?
In your own house, yes.
It is very, very potent, by the way, and we should. Serious point. Very potent.
Let me say, if I had it, I would leave it wherever the hell I liked, and not.
Imagine Alan Beswick with methadone.
It sounds like he'd be quite free and easy with it.
Alan Beswick on heroin.
Who are these people?
We just don't know. We just don't know.
I expect my visitors to take it.
Well, blinking heck, Alan. You're being a bit brutal, I think, yeah.
Well,
being a bit brutal.
Blinking heck, Alan. You're being a bit brutal here. Blinking heck. Blinking heck, you're being a bit brutal here.
Blinking heck.
Blinking heck. No longer buzzing.
I can either be brutal or wrong.
Well,
I've chosen brutal.
There.
All right, Richard, I'm sorry, I understand your difficulty, but you do not have the right. I mean, the idea of you using somebody else's toothbrush fills me with revulsion. No matter how much you cleaned it, it still wasn't yours. 0800 218 2255. I say again, if anybody in my house said, oh, by the way, I used your toothbrush, it would be, get out, don't ever come back. Period.
Oh, why you say period?
I don't think we mentioned that in the story.
Don't get onto that part.
Let's play some advertisements. Let's play some advertisements. It was
blinking heck.
It was a car crash over Charlotte. If you want to join us, can we get the Discord in the chat, please? We have an Alan Beswick fans page in our Discord, and last night I couldn't sleep. I didn't think I was awake that late, actually. And we were some of the gang. Me and my fans were chatting about Alan Beswick live as it happened. It was like the Paul McCartney and Ram listening party, except I was actually present for this, and it was fun. So go and join the Discord, and it really is great fun.
I watched some old crap on telly. There was a thing on.
Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry. Yes.
There was a thing on Twitter that reminded me. See, it said, "Oh, if you like period dramas, yes, I do like period dramas. You're going to love this." No, you're not. It was awful.
Oh, the Victorian superhero thing.
Yeah, they were called, what was it?
Oh, I thought
the
that
Nevers.
Shocking.
It was just as shocking as you thought, and just as...
The Nevers.
Yes. Yeah. I watched a few of them because I thought, well, maybe it'll take after a couple.
Oh, Mandy said so, because it had so much press saying this is your new favourite thing.
No, yeah.
We found it. It's here.
It's like steampunk witches, steampunk X-Men, but crap. No, try it. You might like it, but I was maybe not in the right headspace for it. But I don't know what that headspace would be.
Tea, but she didn't. She was watching it. She just went,
"Who are these people?"
Yeah, right. And she to get through it, she needed
a big bottle of drugs with no top on.
That was,
that's how I take it. No, not for me. I think I'm done with that.
I would like to watch something, but there's nothing.
Do you want to watch some boy bands?
Oh, shall we? Do you want to watch that? Well, now, where do you want to go? We're halfway through episode 1 of Girls Become Boys.
Yeah.
Boys Become Girls.
Yeah.
Boys into Men. We've also got
Boys into Men. It's a different one.
You know that. I'm not going to do the punchline to that joke. Boys to Men. You know the punchline to that?
What?
I'm not doing that. Yeah. Wowzers. So
that, or
there's that. Should we put it to the vote?
Yeah.
Should we give it to them?
I don't want to take responsibility for it.
No,
because
I don't.
Whatever we watch is going to be wrong on some level.
Manage a poll. So we've got new poll. Would you like to watch because none of you are calling in? Just like that. Would you like to watch?
Yeah.
Was it boys into girls?
No, boys will be girls.
Boys will be girls, part 2.
Yeah.
Or that upside down
thing. Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. We're going to start the poll. The poll is started. You're free to vote, Catherine, if you want. I always vote on the polls, and it never goes the way that I vote. Was is the calling thing for fun? For fun. The calling thing for fun. That's was is.
Who is this person?
Who the hell are you? Oh, we missed a call.
Who are these people?
Thank you very much indeed. Check it out now. Oh.
Sod off.
That's where the caller's hardly come on. Hello, caller. You're live on the Late Night Alternative Morning Edition.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Hello. I've just gone to my bathroom and I've
Have
just
you got no
checked
top
that
on?
the methadone is securely locked away.
Good lad.
Because I don't want Jeannie to get hold of it.
No.
And cause her a mischief.
No mischief.
A mischief.
No Jeannie mischief, please. Please.
That was an incredible call. Ian.
Gosh. Sounds like quite a party.
Well played. But talking about mischiefs, very early this morning, because I couldn't sleep, I let Jeannie out. And about 20 minutes later, I'm just dozing away in the living room, and all of a sudden, Jeannie comes rushing in from outside, and followed by this large white and black cat, who also came in into the property somewhat. So Jeannie rushed upstairs to hide.
Yep.
She was clearly frightened.
Yep.
And I did the honourable thing, and I told this cat to get out.
Well done. All I would suggest is be careful.
Yes.
Be careful.
Yes.
But well done. You've got to kick them out. You've got to kick them out. You've got to kick them out. They'll learn. They'll probably only do it once, maybe twice.
So presumably this was an example of this other cat being exercising his power as a bully over Jeannie. Is that right?
Are you using this as a metaphor for Boris Johnson? Well, it's all about boundaries. When a new cat comes into a neighbourhood, the boundaries change as to which bit of territory which cat owns, and so it will. Bullying is a strong word. They probably had a horn.
May have had the horn.
Cat horn.
Arguably, she breached the other cat's boundaries, and so the other cat was seeing her off.
Yeah.
You know, how you feel about that cat being in your house is how that cat felt about Jeannie being on their turf.
Yeah.
Oh, like she's a new kid on the block, as it were.
Yeah, she strayed into the wrong area.
Right. So as Willow, does Willow have that?
Yep, she's been fronting up to the cat next door. I was warned by my neighbours, be careful of our Flo because she's mean. I saw Willow going up to Flo the other day and she was pretty much going, what? Because she's this big compared to Flo, and Flo didn't look so brave. But they have to sort it out amongst themselves. So the next door neighbours had kind of told me in case there was a scrap, but what am I going to do? Have a word with Willow? Sit them down and talk about how they can negotiate. They need to kind of work it out for themselves, don't they?
Yep, and that's how I got Big Boy. It is, there was a territory, it was a turf war, and I ended up with another cat. But yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. That's life. That's cat life.
By the way, a great recording you did yesterday in the podcast thing.
Have you listened to the podcast?
You rung in and you could say it because
it's good.
That wasn't it? Last week.
It was good. That worked better than I thought. I thought no one would phone in. Or it would just be you, no disrespect to you. And I really enjoyed your section. I enjoyed both your sections. It made me laugh, made me think, and made me laugh in equal measure. But it really took off, didn't it? People really went for it. I was thrilled. I think we might do a late night one, maybe Saturday night. I might do a late night one.
As a listener, because I was on my way to Tesco's and I was listening on audio only, your bit was when I thought, this is going to work.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was, it reminded me, those things you did when you were on talk radio, when you decided that you'd just be quiet and then you'd let either two callers speak or just, it was just like that, and it was great to remember. That's why I thought of playing Imani, but I forgot to put the microphone in front of the speakers. You might have noticed.
Well, the thing about playing music over speakers is that it cuts out, it clips out, because it clips out. It's music. This is why we have trouble with musicians on Zoom, and you have to, when you're doing it on Zoom, there's a special setting you can do that makes it a little bit better. But if the sound goes above a certain level, it cuts itself out. So you can suggest Sunday, Gatford, but I'll see you on Saturday. Maybe we'll do it Sunday. I don't know. I was just thinking that'd be nice to do one at the weekend, late at night, at some point. So we'll see. But I just thought it'd be fun. I tell you what it was. Catherine and I kind of toyed with the idea of we did an hour of the show once where there was no picture, and I was just out for a walk and I thought, I wonder what would happen if you pushed it further and there was no talking. On a platform where it's all about colour and visuals and noise. What if you remove those and handed the responsibility over to the viewer? And it worked really, really well. I loved it. And I edited the podcast, so I took out kind of the gaps, and it sounds beautiful. Part of me was going, I should put this out for everyone, but I gift it to our patrons, because we'll definitely be doing more of those. And thank you for taking part. Thank you for kind of kickstarting it as well.
Yeah, excellent. Looking forward to the Patreon days.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. 506 subs. We could do with 700, but 506.
We didn't think we'd get to 500.
We were both
point.
texting each other yesterday going, 495, 496, 498. So it's thrilled, and I'm kind of excited to see what happens when we do the whole thing on YouTube for a bit. See if we get any new people. We'll get white supremacists. That's okay. Kind of excited about that as well, actually. I'm looking forward to it.
Great, excellent. Have a good rest of the show.
Thank you, Al. Let's check the poll. I think boys into girls won. Holy jackamole. Really? 2/3 of the vote for girls will be girls. Let's do it.
I mean, it's very old-fashioned, very quickly, that thing's got, hasn't it? I think it was 2006.
Owls.
You've got a nice little mixture of kind of ignorance about gender stereotyping, all that kind of stuff. So let's see how far we've come in quite a short space of time.
By the way, the talk of Patreon, June the 30th, our deal, very generous deal with Twitch, comes to an end. So from July the 1st, to save the late night alternative, we are moving to Patreon. What that means is there'll be 3, maybe 4 shows a week. The first 45 minutes will be on a public platform. Some will be on Twitch. Some will be on YouTube, and you can watch for free. After that 45 minutes, it will go behind a paywall that will only be accessible to our patrons of 666 and above. You have to be 666 and above to get the secret link to come and join the show. Like a menu itinerary will be sent out every week saying, right, we're doing these slots. It'll be slightly different, similar but slightly different. And also for the 666, you get 45-minute best of podcast. You get the full audio as a podcast. And then if you go up a tier to the £20 tier, which is less than a tier 3 on here, you get all of that stuff. You also get extra podcasts, solo podcasts, loads of different stuff. If you just want to hear the 45-minute best of podcast, $4.99. But what we think we will probably do is once a month, we will send out the secret URL, the secret link to all of our patrons. So or maybe post it publicly, I'm not sure, but so that everyone can see kind of the fun that we are having.
We need to amend the totalizer, Ian.
Ooh.
We have 507.
Hey, sweet. Who's our latest? Do we know?
Let me have a look.
That is awesome.
The latest patron is Pete.
Hello, Pete.
Pete Rideout.
Pete, ride right on out. Right on out. Right on out. Thank you, Pete. That is awesome. The 500th was Malcolm. And I've sent Malcolm a message saying he's entitled to a free postcard and a free personalised video from Catherine and myself. And we're going to be putting the personalised videos on our iainandcatherine.com merch thing. There's loads of stuff. I'm just reluctant to kind of do the merch. For some reason, there's a block. I have a block. We've got some great merch. There's going to be a book. There's going to be audio cassettes. There's going to be personalised videos and postcards. They're going to be kind of the four main things. I'm just reluctant to put it on that wonderful new site that Matty has built, iainandcatherine.com.
We had a little bit of a shock and a shake-up, that's why, and I think that we found it difficult to be able to foresee what would happen and whether it was worth putting the merch up, let's be honest.
By the way, there is a bit on the website, iainandcatherine.com, where you can sign up to be on a mailing list as well, so you can do that. Can you explain what the RSS feed is? Yes, I can. So the RSS feed is how you would get, if you can listen to the podcasts on Patreon, you just click on it and that. If you want them delivered to your phone or your podcast listening device, you need the RSS feed. It's a weird little code. And what you can do with most podcast services, Castbox, and I do it on Google Podcasts. I think you can do it on Apple Podcasts. Don't think you can do it on Spotify. You take that code. There will be a section somewhere in there. You'll have to Google it. There will be a section where you can just drop that code and then all of the podcasts will get sent to your phone. And then if you ever stop your Patreon, I think you get a month's grace, and then you can't get them anymore. So there you go. Right. What was it called? Boys Will Be Girls.
Yeah, episode 1, part 2.
Episode 1 or 2. So let's go here. Episode 1, 2 or 2. Here we go. We're in.
So what Betty's done for you now is she's given
be
you
careful because
gorgeous lady shapes, as much as we can do with the science available. So we've got waists, we've got little tight tushes, and we've got beautiful breasts. So now you know under your clothes is as shapely as it's going to be. And that's going to give you an amazing amount of confidence. Not hilarity, confidence, Austin. Lead on, Betty, let's write some frocks.
Now, where's that little dress?
This looks like
Soon,
fun.
the
I'm
Bum
up for
will have
this.
a team of top stylists to perfect their lady looks. But for now, Lucy just wants to give them a small taste of what it feels like to go the whole hog.
Hovering over the...
I actually do think that I look like a woman from here down, which is a bit worrying.
Good legs.
Yeah.
Tell you what, that pattern's rather good.
Of course it is. Comes from the States.
it comes from the States. That's America.
Well,
if you didn't know.
there we
It comes from
are.
the States.
We're one step closer. Well done, you. I think we need to frock up Austin.
Come on, Austin. If you look good, you're going to feel comfortable. If you don't look good...
I don't look good at the moment, do I?
No, because of
He
your
hates
socks.
it. This guy is hating it.
He's not
Let your
comfortable with
hands
this
and
at all,
arms
is he?
relax.
That is lovely.
So, after 53 years in the business, what's Betty's expert opinion on Ross?
You look like a sweet, young, innocent girl. Really?
I can't look in the mirror.
Just explain the concept of this again, please, Catherine. By the way, you can call in at any point. when we're doing
It's wafer thin. So what they're doing is, because girl bands are popular, they're going to take some men who have been in the industry in various ways. This guy was in Scooch. The other guy was...
Who are these people?
In something else. And then the young lad, Austin, there, never quite made it. So what they're going to do is turn them into a girl band. And the whole thing is just about them passing as girls.
Shut up.
Okay. That's what the commissioner should have said when this was presented.
They don't win anything. Marvin Hughes, ducked out right at the beginning.
Melvin Hayes ducked out.
Melvin Hayes would have been bang up for this.
Yeah, he would have.
Because I just laugh. I can't look at myself and think, ooh, you look sexy. You know what I mean? I can't. It's stupid. It's ridiculous.
Do you like the blouse?
I don't feel more feminine. It's like some sort of freak show.
He looks like a sort of horny old lady.
talking about Catherine.
Say it like it's a bad thing.
It's a bit worrying. One of my friend's mums that would come on to me.
We're finding out quite a lot more about Austin than he realises, aren't we?
Yeah.
Look at him.
I know, extraordinary. Look at her.
He's looking good.
Oh, I'm reminded. Excuse me. This show happens partly because of our fantastic sponsors. If you want to sponsor the show, I'm not quite sure how that would work moving forward, so don't bother. Well, no, do, but we can do stuff. We can do more tweets and more things like that. So if you want to sponsor the show, latenightalternative@gmail.com. GE Law, Richard Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors, great friend of the show, supported the show since 2017, really. He is fab. He's a divorce solicitor, and he takes a psychological approach to it. So instead of when you get divorced, quite often it will be, well, you should probably have the car. You should have the car. Now, I know she's asking for the car, but you should probably have it. So let's send an email demanding the car, but saying you'll give her the dog. Those emails, I found out, that wasn't what my divorce was like, by the way, but it can be from what I've heard. Those emails can cost up to £400.
Yeah.
I remember I had to send an email just agreeing to something, and I got a bill for £350. I was like, what? But we were agreeing, what? And Richard will do his darndest to minimise the combative nature of getting divorced. You're right, the dog doesn't love her.
We all know the only way to work out who gets the dog is you both stand either end of the garden and call it.
Call it, King Solomon. Surfshark VPN. Let's have a little look at them.
Really handy if you've managed to complete Netflix in your region. You can go into other people's and have a good old look around and see what they've been watching.
We have got a great deal for you guys. A great deal.
Yes.
83% off. Plus 3 months for free. This is an honour to work with Surfshark. They are great. I've looked at various other VPNs, and this is the best. I would suggest this is the easiest to get working. And look at those fun graphics. Oh, look at those other VPNs being driven off by a shark. You couldn't say sailed off. Well, they look like peas. Look at their glasses. Even the graphics are fun. It's fun graphics. You know what I'm saying? It's fun graphics.
I'm enjoying them.
83% off, 3 months for free. What is it? It keeps you safe. It protects your identity online. You can, use them like public Wi-Fi. Shonky hackers can get in there.
Hackers and trackers.
Hackers and trackers. Can we get the link in the chat, please? Can everyone just do us a favor? Just click on the link. Maybe you don't buy it. Just click on the link. That helps us. Hackers and trackers can get in there. It's a fun graphic. Surfshark. It's unlimited devices, so you can have it on as many as you want, not just the 5, 6, 7, 10 with these losers. As many as you want. 24/7 support. I have used the support because I'm a dunce, and they explained it perfectly. Netflix libraries, 30 libraries. 30 libraries. $2.21 a month. That's, I think, about £1.80 a month. Plus 3 months free. Oh, there's an ad blocker in there as well.
Yeah.
There's an ad blocker. There's an ad blocker in there as well. You click on the buy now. £1.57 a month. That's what it is. Reduced from £9.19 a month. That's 83% free. 83% off looks like. And look. This plan includes the biggest savings and is fully refundable for 30 days. A couple of days in, this is a bit shit. Well, you can get your money back. Simple as. I would thoroughly recommend this. I use it. I personally use this, and I would like you all to use it, please. And using it supports the show. It is a good thing.
I've used it, and it's dead easy.
It is dead easy. We're both.
It kind of walks you through it from the beginning.
I know we look very technically proficient. That's an act that those are characters that we play.
Yeah. In real life.
Rubbish. By the way, while we're watching stuff, you can give us a call any point. It's unlimited devices. I didn't know it was unlimited devices until I just looked at it there. That's dumb of me. I apologise for not reading up. Unlimited devices. That thing when you've got like 5 devices it can be, and you go, well, I've got one more left. What do I want it on? So have a look at that. Thank you.
And Moon is correct there. I know people who use it for Xbox deals overseas. Yeah, different areas will get different deals, so it's well worth having a go.
You can give us a call, 0203 286 6370. You can Skype TLNA at any point when we're watching stuff. You're very welcome. Very welcome to join in. Let's go and look at a terrible, terrible idea from the early 2000s.
Martin, Martin looks fantastic, and you will also look fantastic. It's
but
just
realistically,
all about...
at the moment, I don't. It's completely weird because it's not...
I get why they've taken them there for the upholstery.
Yeah.
I don't get why now they're shopping for blouses in there, because I don't think this is the sort of thing a woman of their age would wear.
No.
Something that I want to do. I don't want to put on a mini skirt. I don't want to put on a top because I don't want to. It's
Get up. Walk out. Get up and walk out.
Should have done a Marvin.
not, I just don't want to.
Why do we say wanu? Wanu. I say wanu. Wanu. I don't want to. Wanu. That's what he said.
Because the T is too hard to...
Well, but okay. Want-u. Wanu.
I think that's more of an effort.
Wanu. Well, yeah, but I'm saying, why? How has it become wanu? Wanu.
Well...
Wanu.
Like wanna.
It's not wanna.
Do you
it's
wanna?
Wanu. Yeah, I wanna. I wanna. I don't want to. but I don't want to, but I wanna.
But now you're saying wanu sounds weird. I don't think I do say wanu.
Well,
because I don't want to.
You should.
Ah!
Coming up in part 2, our girl band showcase the voices that aim to take the pop world by storm.
Just wanna say
And get to grips with that most feminine of accessories, the 4-inch heel.
Oh, come on, lads.
See, there you go.
Boys will be girls.
These three blokes are attempting to pull off one of the most audacious stunts in pop music history.
These are my boobs.
They're hoping to fool everyone that they're actually a girl band.
I've just been doing this all day, really. It's just sort of like a comfort thing.
Their managers have appointed a crack team of experts to help them pull the stunt off. Larian van der Stalk is one of Britain's leading voice coaches.
Larian van der Stalk.
He's worked with Blue, Katie Tunstall and Charlotte Church. But can he make a...
Why have... Void Dweller says blame the Spice Girls. Then about 5 minutes later, Pete says blame the Spice Girls. Why are we blaming the Spice Girls? What's that all about? Yes?
Oh.
I'm not going to put your picture on the screen until we see you first. Thank you.
That's what we thought.
Thank you. Let's call them back. Let's just see. Maybe they were shy. Maybe they got shy. Oh, but blame the Spice Girls for wanu. They were wanna.
Yeah.
If you wanna. They want if you want to be my lover.
You want to be my lover?
Such a shame. Such a shame to get blocked so early on. Block. Claire says, as a trans person, I remember seeing this first time around. I have loads of recordings about how trans people have to be represented through the years on TV. Some horrible ones. Probably the worst one was a Channel 4 show called No Cock in Bangkok.
Gosh.
Another real low was an episode of Kilroy. Oh, we should do Kilroy. We should do Kilroy.
But for a long time...
Did you ever...
This was the punchline, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Blokes dressed as girls. Oh, don't look weird.
Do you ever see... I remember living in a flat in Winchmore Hill and watching The Time, the Place and phoning... I don't know if it'll be on here.
I used to be obsessed with how Robert Kilroy at Silk used to make people budge up. So he'd be talking. We've all done it, haven't we? We've all been to the market and picked up something that we hadn't bargained for. Isn't that right, Barbara? There's always that sliding up on the bench.
Thank you for the raid, Clara Bell. Hope you had a great stream. Lovely to have you joining us. We're going to watch this. So I remember watching this and phoning my friend saying, you've got to watch The Time, the Place. Okay? Now, I wonder how much of this is on here. I think it's. If I remember, I haven't seen this since it went out. If I remember correctly, this is about. It's about something to do with women. That's all I can remember because I know they talk of boobs. Here we go. Predatory.
They can't hear it, apparently.
Oh, you can't hear it. Sorry, I do apologise. That's because I turned it down for that call. All right, so we go back to this. Remember watching this and getting so excited.
You feel much more comfortable. After my profile with him, you've made me feel much more comfortable. Thank you very much.
The wrong one.
It's all right. No, yeah, we get your drift.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So predatory women.
Yeah.
Right. Now you've been doing some important research into this. Yes. You touch your glasses to take us soon the road and academic.
Well,
you're writing a book about it.
all this stuff about Italians and Brits and so on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chris Morris has snuck onto the time, the place.
Do you realise that in the times of Roman Britain, the Italian ladies, those who could afford it, used to ship themselves to this country to be serviced by the Saxons?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, what was the particular attraction? Wasn't there money?
They were wild natives. They were known as Inculae Priapii.
Really? We didn't learn on this program.
And they didn't have to speak at all.
No.
They didn't speak the same language, but the Roman women would come, often risking their lives across the wilds of northern Europe, to be serviced by the Saxon men.
So what's changed? I mean, why is it now that British women go to Italy to have the same thing happen to them?
And you're talking about the fear of sex, which I think is probably very significant throughout the ages, because in ancient Greece, you know the story of the Minotaur in the labyrinth, this half man, half bull, was often depicted like that, but occasionally was depicted as a large four-legged breast. And this was something that men were frightened of.
Come on.
So the fear of sex or fear of breasts or whatever actually goes back all the way more than 2,000 years.
This is getting very profound.
What do you make of that?
I don't know.
Does that fit in with your theory about fear?
I suppose it does. That's what it's one.
Because and it's to do with brains as well. Yeah. Because Athene was the goddess of wisdom, and she was supposed to be so wise because she had a second brain in her breast.
Yeah.
So that there was a.
She's looking. The woman was looking.
Yeah.
So she was
lost the plot. Nina's lost the plot.
And she was a virgin. As a goddess, she was a virgin.
Well, there we are.
And that was men are frightened of women with breasts.
So this is fun, but please drink safely. Be aware because the fun. You can have too much fun, as you're about to see.
So there you are. It goes back to the days when Adam was alive.
Is this about to be the equivalent of going into the bathroom?
Yeah.
And washing off a toothbrush?
Oh, yes.
Big bottle of drugs with no top on.
It's about to be consumed. Here we go.
But not long after. We're going to go to the break. I don't know what you made of all that, but you've got something important to say, I'm sure.
I think that the reason...
I'm assuming there's enough time. I've not seen this clip, and I've not seen this since this went out, and it would have been about 1996... 97.
that British women go for the foreigners is that we've been conditioned to think that they are better lovers.
Nice line.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the fun is about to end.
Why can't I think of things like that? I like people with a sense of humour. I've been talking earlier to a man called Thurston Lowe. You're Thurston, yes?
That's right.
Yeah. You're very familiar.
Well, I've got a sort of. You're going to blow my cover. Now, this is to do with my book,
You tell me you're called Thurston Lowe. Are you really called Thurston Lowe?
Well, no, I'm not. I'm actually called Peter Davis, but I'm right. Now, this is to do with a book that
Actually called Peter Davis.
I'm bringing out next year. And I was asked by my publishers not to come on with my real name in case I blew the cover for the book.
Yeah, I see, because we thought you were someone entirely different. Someone's been whispering in my ear throughout the second half of this show that this guy isn't who he claims he is.
Well, I'm not, but I did. I spoke about this with your
Christopher
researchers.
Morris? Does that ring a bell?
No.
No, okay, well, there we are.
But I did talk about this with your researchers.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, hang on. I was supposed to. Listen, this is a disgrace.
Oh, that is a great turnaround. That is a great turnaround. Oh.
I'm not ashamed. What's the disgrace?
It's a disgrace that you've actually come out and said, because I'm not meant to be on this programme ahead of the year of publication of my book.
Okay, well, it's perfectly explainable.
Is this what you do on these
cheap
shows?
No.
Here we go. There we go.
Come on, my friend. Come on, my friend.
Tap people on the shoulder.
Listen.
You tap people on the shoulder.
Now, listen,
you have made a very lively and amusing contribution to the show. I'm very grateful.
And you've
Thank you
changed
very
the colour
much
of your
indeed.
hair. Why is it not white anymore?
You changed the colour of your hair. Why is it not white anymore? Jeez.
I have not. Thank you very much indeed. Right, Sid, last word on the British man.
Well, give it to the louder-mouth than our friend over there.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that we are... One of the words, I think, sense of humour...
That's Sid Waddell. The darts man.
It is Sid Waddell, isn't it? Gosh, well spotted. Okay.
It's a voice.
Pete says, have you seen the blind date journalist clip? No, I've not seen it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I do remember that one.
Oh, do they get outed on the thing? Shall we have a quick little look?
Go
This
on,
is
it's delicious. That was a very Partridge kind of ambush, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who thought that he was up to taking on Chris Morris?
I remember her.
Yes.
Vimeo has become part of my Yoke's everyday processes. We are
Vimeo's
using
advertising
Vimeo
on
links
YouTube.
on our website.
Bold move, guys.
Big Nicola picked Paul, and they spent the...
I don't want to watch all of this.
Was the sky the limit?
I recognise her.
Let's find out.
To hold hands.
Oh, so I imagine they get outed.
You said...
Who knows? If I see Nicola a few more times and we spend more time together, you never know what could happen.
The nitty-gritty, because you said one thing and you said another, especially when, you're both tactile people. Nicola, you said he wasn't tactile. You said you were. Now, who's tactile and who isn't?
Well, for me, I was being tactile.
You were. And you put her arm... Did he put his arm around you when you were cold?
Yes, he did. He's a gentleman like that. He did, that's true.
But, Nicola, did you want a bit more than just arm round at cold hands?
No. Just friendly.
So there's absolutely no romance between you whatsoever?
I think the world of Nicola,
yes.
And she's probably one of my closest friends now. But I'd have to say that... Well, she was before the film anyway. I have to say that she's probably the kind of girl that I'd prefer to have a pillow fight with rather than a candlelit dinner.
Well, perhaps he wasn't spontaneous enough for you, Nicola, is that right?
Well, yeah, I do. I'm the kind of person who likes surprises, but Paul likes his life
Oh, she said herself, I like surprises. I'll go, here comes one.
be a bit more ordered and, definitely, yes. I can't imagine anything Paul would hate more than a surprise, yeah.
Well, Nicola, I have to say I've got more than a big surprise for you. Because I know what you're at. And it's...
I know what you're at. Catherine, can we stop this for a second, actually? Because, Catherine, I've got a big surprise for you. I know what you're at.
Sorry?
I know what you're at.
What do you mean?
Big bottle of drugs with no top on?
Unbelievable.
And your toothbrush.
I feel...
But the thing is, you could say that...
She ripped her top there?
No, I don't. You can say that to anyone because everyone's at something. Everyone's got like a little thing underneath the surface, and it might be huge like this, or it might be a time. But if you just stop anyone and go, can we just be real for a second? Because I know what you're at. Everyone will go, do you what?
Everyone? Hang on a second.
Don't do it to my pats.
Patty, can I just stop you for a second? I know what you're at.
Don't do it to my pats. She's at something. Yeah.
I'm awfully deeply saddened by this, but you don't work as a temporary secretary. I know for a fact...
Temporary secretary.
...that you're an undercover journalist and you've robbed somebody of coming on a proper blind date. You work...
Oh, the audience... Oh, no. She's robbed somebody.
Cosmopolitan magazine. She's a journalist, ladies and gentlemen.
And we hate journalists. Boo! This is where it started. It wasn't Trump and his fake news. This is the precise moment that we turned, and things like All the President's Men were forgotten. Was it All the President's Men? Was that the Deep Throat?
Yes.
We love journalists, and now this is the moment we started to hate the mainstream media.
Yeah, I dreaded it when I had to come out to my parents, but thankfully it turned out my dad was a journalist as well.
A blind date at all.
His face is like, what the?
You're a what now?
What?
Yes, is that right?
Are you being serious, Philip?
I am.
Journalists need love too.
You're being serious? You're a journalist, right?
Yeah.
You're in love? You're allowed to be in love? You're allowed to have love?
You're not allowed to do it on telly, though.
I am being serious, yeah. I
I don't want to speak ill of the dead, said Hazy, but was Priscilla known as being a little difficult to work with? Apparently so.
But I also know someone who has worked with her, because I've heard all the rumours, right? But I've also spoken to someone who worked directly with her and said she was all right. So I think when you get someone like that, you hear the bad stories because they're the most fun.
All this time, Kath has been undercover on TLNA. Sees dead peeps. I met her mum. Great story.
And not only is she a journalist, she's a very good one too. She's senior features writer, Nicola Gill of Cosmopolitan.
She's got a ripped out got a ripped out page.
Didn't even get the magazine.
She's loving it. This is brilliant.
This is the conclusion to her article.
Oh, Nicola, how could you? Actually, I'm quite looking forward to it. I'd love to be in Cosmopolitan magazine. Sorry. It begs the question, why?
Why?
Oh, outrageous.
What's it all about? I'm sorry.
Can we find out, is she still working? Is she still working as a journalist? No reason she shouldn't be working as a journalist.
Nicola what?
Nicola from Blind Date.
Gill.
This is great. This is great. She is... I heard Ian is a journalist with Retro Gamer magazine. Boo.
Journalist, copywriter, editor, content consultant, travel addict, London loving, not enough hours in the day, professional noser. Yes, she is.
703 followers. Well, hasn't tweeted for 3 years.
Oh.
By the way, I think this is great. I think this is a bold move. I love undercover stuff like this. I mean, you want to be undercover in like, Tehran or something. Is perhaps like, but this is great, man.
She wasn't trying to stitch anyone up.
Well, she did lie to him. She implied that there was a chance of romance, and there wasn't. And she, but this is great. Lonely God says, "This is awkward. I have a confession to make." Dave, what is it going to be?
Tell us, I mean, really, there was no way you were going to fall in love with him. Tell us the truth. Have you got a boyfriend?
No.
You haven't.
Nicola later admitted that she is engaged and married in June.
Oh, Nicola. How could you? What's it all about, Nicola?
Choppy Hoppy, I just put Iain Lee live on Go Faster Strike. My God, that's so old. Thank you.
I'm just asking. I mean, did you purely come on Blind Date? You obviously did, just to get the story.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic time as well. Absolutely.
This is a little bit
Gave him false hope, so out of order. No. If you watch this show, very few of them went on there for proper romance. There was a lot of people going on there for exposure.
I would side slightly more on the side of that.
Maybe
there was zero chance of it happening.
Maybe a smidge more on his side, but I think it's disingenuous to suggest that everyone that went on there went on with the purest of motives.
I mean, what the other thing that kind of upsets me as well, because when we...
Spirit says, Chris Morris got rumble once on a BBC show trying to do the same. It's on YouTube. Chris Morris on The Time, The Place. We haven't got time to look at that
Sounds
today.
great,
But thank you for the heads up. Thank you for the heads up.
The problem, because this is a show and a half, ladies and gentlemen, what with...
They're featuring Ian in the latest Go Faster email. Is that true? That's weird. That's weird, because that's old, man.
You know, poor David's date.
But good for them. Go Faster is a great, great company. The guy that runs it is called Chris Evans. It's not that one, but he's a really, really cool guy. I like him a lot.
Standing him up, and he was prepared to go to Sky. And we did offer you to go to Nepal, which thank goodness, you didn't take up because you got all the injections. And we actually gave you the tickets to go to Nepal at your own leisure anyway. Are you going to give your ticket back, Nick?
No, I'm not. No, I am not.
I would like Paul to go with someone else. I think he's a genuinely nice guy, yeah, and I would like him to have the opportunity to go with someone else.
All right, well,
that's good. Paul's wondering, why did I wear this such a high polo neck? That's a big old.
Yeah, warm.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm going to go to Nepal, obviously.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
And I would have told him that as well.
Don't you feel a little bit, the least bit guilty? I mean, I'm sure there's lots of girls in our audience tonight, and certainly millions of girls watching at home, who would have given their right arm to be sitting on this chair.
He's doing that. This is how angry he is. He's going... doing that.
Proper angry, that.
He's proper angry. We've got to play some adverts.
Mackay, he's appalled.
Oh, well done. Bravo. Bravo, Mackay. Your time here is well served.
And you've cheated one of those lovely girls out of a proper blind date. How does that make you feel?
As a person.
The look says
Okay,
They didn't apply.
Yeah, don't care.
What can I say? I'm sorry if that's the case, and I feel sorry because I would like Paul to go to Nepal. He's a really nice guy.
Well, he's going anyway because he's Well, what can I say? I hope you write a nice article.
Well, I've had a fabulous time, and thank you, Blind Date. That's all I want to say.
Nicola, I like you very much. I still like you because you've got that lovely smile, lovely personality. But it's
Oh, that's great.
She's retracting.
She's slapped her around the face and then done a big smile to say, "But we're friends. We're friends."
Yeah. What she's doing there is slapping around the face and then putting hand cream on.
just a shame that you tried to pull the wool over our eyes, but you didn't. And ladies and gentlemen, Nicola and Paul.
You absolute shit.
Silas like walking away like this.
Look at that. Little shrug of the shoulders.
Well, that's all we have time for this week.
If you want to... Thank you, Pete. You were great. Thank you, Pete. Lovely, 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 lovely stuff. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. You can call us at any point. We're going to carry on watching this boy band. It's going to be a shorter show today because I'm going out. I'm doing
But the house will be heavily armed.
Let's get back and watch some more of this. We've got so much great stuff to watch. I'm aware we're kind of relying a little bit on watching stuff. That's kind of just the way it goes. We have periods when we don't and periods when we do, but we've just found we're mining a rich seam.
We are.
Of stuff at the moment. But if you can call in. If you want to
join us in the scene.
Exactly. Thank you.
Blokes sound like girls.
It's going to be very difficult because no
Larry
matter what
and
ranges
Vanderstock.
they are at the moment, I'm going to have to get them to sing in completely alien fashion to them.
By the way, if you want to donate to the show, let me just quickly say, if you're going to donate via Rocks. Oh, if I do this, hang on. Donate via Rocks because we get double. We get double. Between now and Sunday, any donations via that Rocks page, we get double. You get these really cool little kind of pictures, like little kind of weird psychedelic drawings from the show, and you can collect them and you can trade them with other people here and other people on other streams. But more importantly, you're helping support me and Catherine because every donation via that, we get double between now and Sunday. So if you're thinking of contributing to the show, then that is a great way to do it this week. All right. And it helps us out and we get double bubble. So you do $5, we get 10. You do $10, we get 20. It's as simple as that. 30th of May is looking like the final Bezic show, according to latest listings. Anna Jameson is in the slot from the 31st. What day of the week would the 31st of May please be? Who is Anna Jameson? I'm sure Anna Jameson is great.
Yeah, this is the problem. It's not her fault.
No,
she's going to get.
I'm sure. No, not from us. She's not. Not from us. She's not. Not from us. She's not.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Then that's probably that then. And I think it was always going to be the case. It was always going to be the case. Good luck to her stepping into someone who's been in there for a long, long time because it can get snarky. We won't get snarky though, right? Right? We're going to be on our bestest behaviour and we're going to wish her the 31st is the bank holiday Monday and then she's there the rest of the week. Well, good luck to her. If that's her new gig, then congratulations and good luck to her. Part of me is jealous that I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? And Alan Bezic had Jack Little, here we go. Here we go. We're in. You can get it to speak fun things. Let's wait. Jack, thank you for your donation of $3. We get $6. It's that simple. It's that simple. It
Girls
really
who
is.
want boys. Who like boys to be girls.
There we go.
Who do boys like their girls. Who do girls like their boys. always should be someone you really love.
There we go, beautiful. And that is a true story.
It's good advice.
That's a true story. What am I going to do in the evening? Obviously, I listen to this new presenter, but I'm an old white man. I like old white men. I wonder what I'll do in the evenings.
Well, you're going to have to restructure your life, I'm afraid.
So come in. You're looking very feminine there today.
You taking the piss, Larry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking
In
the
the coming
piss.
weeks, the band have to record their debut single and actually perform live as women.
We've really got to get
live as women.
Get on with this. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to give you a warm up for about 15-20 minutes. Just get your voices nice and relaxed, etc.
Get your voices nice and relaxed,
etc. Etc. is the posh way of saying "in that."
There's a new Call of Duty soon. Well, I haven't really played the other one yet, so I'll stick with that. Air raid siren, isn't it? Yeah.
While the lads get a vocal workout, their managers Olivier and Nathan have to make the crucial decision about which track to use to launch their girl band.
We can take it in a number of directions. They can be very pure synthy, going into more of a golf rappy area of the world, or they can also just incorporate some guitars and it gets more into an indie sense of it.
Yeah.
Izzy, thank you very much indeed for
Thanks,
the $3.
Izzy.
You've collected. Oh, you've got cat stare. You got cat stare. Patty, it's you. I love that picture, Patty. She looks insane. That's a real picture.
No, that's not.
That's a real picture.
Hadn't you better just concentrate and get them to sound like girls who can sing first?
Yeah, just wanna say
Martin, he's got a few tuning problems at the moment.
I wanna stay.
Not bad.
I need to get over the nerves, I think, first, and just relax and just do it.
Well, now coming on to the subject of Russ, I mean, physically that's not my problem.
Damn, I forgot to put a message. I did it for you.
But I mean, he looks like he could pick me up and chuck me over the fence.
My heart.
You know, he has.
My heart.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of bass in his voice, which I'm going to try and iron out. We can work on these things.
Is this possible? You know, are we all, you know, is it
Russ
are we
Spencer.
wasting our time here, or can we pull this off?
He can. This lad can.
I'd say Austin has probably got the most powerful voice, the most natural voice. Good. Make a good front man. Whether he can make a good front woman, I don't know.
Woman.
I think I'd like it if I was picked for a lead, but I'm not. It's not like I'm.
Austin Drage.
It's not like I'm sort of begging to be picked for lead. Please pick me. I'm just, I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and as long as I'm doing my thing, that's cool.
Day 3. In charge of today's schedule is the band's makeup artist, Tara Hickman. Tara's worked with The Offspring, Evanescence and Lady Sovereign.
Oh,
Evanescence, you say?
Lady Sovereign.
And The Offspring.
Today, she's taken her first steps into trying to transform these three into beautiful, young ladies.
Can we get rid of the sideburns, please, guys? The audio's cutting out, is it? We had that earlier. And it's a weird glitch. Okay, well, we're going to have to stop it because the audio is cutting out. And it's a weird... I don't know what that is. I can fix it, but it would involve turning the computer off and turning it on
And
again.
time is pressing anyway today.
Time is pressing. So if that's going to do that, well, it's weird. I wonder what that is. I'm just going to close that window and try again. But I suspect that's going to be... I suspect that's going to be it, which is annoyment. Let's just see. Where we go. Let's just try it. Let's just see if that...
It is
Does this
just like
sound any
first
better? Because to
stage,
us
kind
it
of
sounds
blank
fine.
canvas.
Does this
Before
sound any
we had,
better?
You know, blusher and fabulous eye makeup, and there's so much more that needs to go on. You know, this is just the beginning.
Does it sound better when we're in the little
You've
box
got a
in the
lovely
corner?
face. You've got a lovely shaped face. It's soft. You've got a nice soft shaped jaw, a cute dimple.
Does it sound better when we're in the box? Could you say yes, it sounds better in the box, or no, it doesn't sound better in the box?
He's got lovely eyes. He's got a lovely, small, perfect, thin nose.
Thank
you know,
you.
and
All right,
I think
that's
we
good to
can
know.
definitely make Martin look like a really beautiful woman. Cool. So you've got really good cheekbones here. So what we do is,
You've got really good cheekbones here. You know, where your cheekbones are.
is you highlight these areas. Cheekbones here.
Yeah.
Austin has got beautiful eyes and a beautiful shaped eye, and I think they're very feminine eyes. I want to do an Angelina Jolie makeup on him.
Oh, sorry, can you just run that by us again?
I want to do an Angelina Jolie makeup on him.
Okay, good to see you're being...
Angelina Jolie, my good friend of mine. I don't know if I told you this, Catherine, but she kissed me once and said she thought I was funny.
I might have heard it a couple of times, yeah.
Okay.
An ambitious, Tara, well done.
I want to give him really feline, long cat's eyes. Gorgeous.
Long cat's eyes. Sorry, what does that mean? Imagine if they had long eyes that came out like that.
Eyes, great full lips, and he's got lovely skin as well. I think he could be a very pretty girl. Very pretty girl.
I think I'll make a good bird.
Birds, everyone.
That will soften.
But I think Russ is gonna sort of struggle a little bit more.
I think the main drawback we're going to have with you is this 5 o'clock shadow, because you've already had a really close shave this morning.
Quite grows back quite quick.
Which is,
Tough
you know,
guy,
this is what
yes,
this
mate.
exercise is all about. Finding the strengths and weaknesses, working out what we need to do. It is a hard job with Russ, and he's, you know, he's so willing, and he's such a lovely bloke, but, you know, he shaves and 2 minutes later there is a beard appearing. So bless him for being so manly.
That's one more thing for Russ to worry about. And here's another.
I tell you what, you do look a bit Dale Winton-ish, really.
Shut up.
You I'll be buggered if I was...
Oh, Dale, just remember Dale Winton's dead,
I know.
isn't it?
It's a shame.
What did he die of? Heart attack?
I think so, yeah. Just look.
Just remember that. You just remember sometimes that someone's dead. No, Dale Winton's dead. I don't think... Have we looked for the clip of me on Pets Win Prizes? Let me just see. I don't think it's... Oh, no, someone sent it to me, I think. Pets Win Prizes. Donkeys.
Oh.
No.
Apparently just, I don't think... In Wikipedia it says it was unexplained but not suspicious.
That's all we got, is it? That's all we got.
I think so.
That's all we got. Okay.
Coroner concluded that Winton died of natural causes.
Bless him.
I was doing that every morning, like... I don't know how birds do that every morning. That'd drive me insane.
Well, if that drives him insane, imagine how he's gonna feel about doing this every day.
Just squeeze them in.
Come on, you, be brave. Well, let's have a little trouser up.
I mean, it's. I'm finding this now starting to get a little bit tedious because it's boys don't know what boys don't know what girls do, and it's funny with makeup, and it's getting a little bit. Do you know what I mean? We'll watch it. But it just shows the lack of imagination from the producers. If you're going to do it, then it's more. It should be more than just watch these boys put on some makeup and some high heels, and he'll like, yeah, it's difficult to walk in high heels. I don't know. I've tried it. It's difficult to walk in high heels. Okay, but can we have a little bit more?
Yeah, because the punchline is, but they're men.
Yeah, they're men.
Up and have a look.
Just like every other girl band member, the lads will have to be completely confident performing in high heels.
Martin just sort of goes for it. He doesn't. He sort of thinks.
They are a daft idea, really, aren't they? High heels. I love them. I think they look great.
So sexy.
But
that's it. They're for me.
I've been conditioned to think they look great.
They're for me, not for you.
Yeah, they're not for walking in. Nancy Sinatra was right.
Don't mind at all. I think he quite enjoys it. So.
Did she sing a song about high heels?
Boots made for walking.
These, yeah.
But not high heels.
Well, she doesn't. I don't remember the verse. She goes, "These boots are made for walking,
but not
high heels."
No, they took that out.
Did they? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
These boots are made for walking.
So was she right, or did she not sing about high heels?
She was right. Boots are made for walking.
Okay, but that's a different conversation
shoes,
to the one about high heels.
Not so much.
She didn't mention shoes.
She doesn't need to. We know.
Well. We have external genitals coming on the show tomorrow.
It's a new. It's a girl band that's been turned into a man band.
Via prolapse.
Why were you going to say what brought that on?
Well, because it's harder
to walk with your legs together.
To walk with your legs together, yeah, and you know, women in high heels. Explain it to you, but to these dullards. You know, it's normally a tight dress in extreme circumstances like this they're trying to achieve, and their legs are together, and it's a slinkier movement in the buttocks. But our bollocks are out. Bollocks are out, and you can't put your legs together without crushing your
secret,
ballsack.
and there are plenty of women who can't walk in high heels, right? There are plenty of women. It's not a genetic thing. I had to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
I remember my mum teaching me how to do it in the living room. You've got to be up on the balls of your feet. So, you know, men normally, because they're used to flat shoes, and people that wear flat shoes generally, are used to planting your feet straight down, right? Yeah. You've got to move all your weight forwards and smaller steps.
Who are these people?
Well, we don't know.
What can you say? Mate, that's...
Lauren, you saw me on crutches at the show in London from you in high heels. I remember you on crutches. High heels can be hazardous to your health.
Girl, I would do you.
Excuse me? It's a little bit trans homophobic.
But he's overstating things because he's not comfortable.
I'm getting used to the whole idea of doing it now, so I'm not so phased by it now. I'm walking around. The only thing that's giving me jip actually is the heels. They hurt my... See, there you go. They hurt my feet a bit.
Make an effort with the walking.
I suspect the owner of the house that they've rented that from will not be happy that they are walking around in high heels on that floor. No. That's all I'm saying.
You can do it. You can't walk with your legs open like that. Fucking John Wayne, look.
It's a bit more like, wow, this is actually happening now. Do you know what I mean? You can actually, although we're like still at the start, you can almost see where it's going to.
Well, I'll tell you, a minute ago, there was a very surreal moment when I was sitting in that chair. When I first put these on, and I was just sitting there and then looking down at my legs and seeing that and thinking, whose legs are those?
They're definitely yours, Ross. Managers Olivia and Nathan haven't seen the boys all day. They're keen to see some progress.
You're loving this. Don't be walking like a builder. Come on, just relax.
Fuck off, Olivia.
Yeah, let's see you.
Olivier, fuck off. That's what I would say.
You once, twice, three times.
Okay, we get it. We get it.
Ross, I've done this tonight. I want to say...
Even Nathan, you've done a lot of stuff in his career, even Nathan's thinking, what is this? What?
Who are these people?
That's what he's thinking.
Go on, let me do that. I'll do this. He looks like he needs to go for a shit. That's it. This is great. It's a great start.
The boys are gelling. We've got to maintain the momentum that they've just started to get and get on with the project. We haven't got very long.
Paul says, it fascinates me how attitudes toward gender have changed for the better in the last 20 years. We all thought we were at the apex of progressiveness in the 90s. We had a long way to go. It's an excellent point. I would say in some areas it's regressing, just in the same way that racism is becoming more popular again, becoming fashionable again. Homophobia is becoming fashionable again. Transphobia is still a very divisive subject. Here's the thing. I don't... when I was on Jeremy Vine once, I was asked about trans issue, and I can't remember what it was. And I said, I'm not going to say because I don't know enough about it. I would like to listen. And I still don't, how am I going to phrase this? I'm probably going to upset some people, but I don't actually mind because this is me being completely congruent. I still don't know, I was going to say I don't know what I think. I don't know what the right thing to say is. I don't know, because there are at least two very, very definite sides. That breaks down into millions more tiny little factions and stuff. And I look at the abuse. I look at what J.K. Rowling says and some other women that I really admire, the trans issue to one side, I really admire, and what they say about trans women are not women is the essence of their argument. And I look at trans women who are women, and in my brain I can't get the two together. I'm not saying that J.K. Rowling is right, I'm not saying I support her, but she's someone that I've always really admired, and she's saying something that is upsetting a lot of people. And so I don't really talk about it because I don't.
It's a really thorny one.
Yeah.
It's a really thorny one. I, like you, feel like it's a good thing to listen rather than hold forth on something that you're not fully. And I know whose side I'm not on. That's one thing, isn't it? I'm not on the side of people who are trans exclusionary feminists. I'm not with them, and I don't like this idea, the continual peddling of, well, if we don't have women-only spaces, the places are going to be full of perverts. Newsflash: the place is full of perverts anyway, because perverts don't really abide by the laws of whose sticker is on the door. So let's move the perverts out of it. I find that obsession weird.
Yeah, the whole Graham Linehan thing. He's transphobic.
He's obsessed.
And he's obsessed. It ruined his marriage. His marriage broke down because of it, he said. And also, you're right, Tisla, I don't know everything that J.K. Rowling has said. I have cast a glance over it, so I don't know everything that she said. And I don't know everything she said. But I don't know enough about it to kind of wade in and go, well, this is my opinion. I just kind of keep quiet and I'm listening. And I'm learning. I know that I'm on the side of everyone having free rights and peace and love, and I don't hate any minority, right? I don't hate anybody. I don't hate any minority. But I also don't know enough about the subject. J.K. Rowling is pronounced Rowling. Okay, thank you. But I used to admire J.K. Rowling, but I don't know enough about the subject to kind of wade in. I support all minorities. And maybe me not saying anything is part of another issue, another problem. I don't know.
I just feel that for me, beyond any, I don't like this demonisation of people who actually have been demonised for long enough. I don't like that. That isn't the feminism that I believe in. And I know I'm not alone. And I'm not going to be shamed by people who... I'm not going to be shamed by people who I just so happen to have been born in the same package as. It doesn't mean we're all on the same team.
Pete says, it's such a radically different thing. She starts with yup, but I just thought I'd kind of cut it down to save time because it's a long one. But I've said, yup, it's such a radically different thing from our own experience. It's hard to understand it. I was born a bloke. I'm comfortable with being a bloke. I don't know anything else. All I know is if someone says call me she or they, I'll call them she or they, because on an individual level that harms no one and is basic decency. But then of course everything gets more nuanced, and also the thing I've never liked. You know, there was like an Islamic terrorist attack, and we were encouraged at the BBC. We stopped doing it, I think, but we'd then be asked, "You need to get a Muslim on to denounce this. You need to get a Muslim on, like a cleric or a what do they call? What's the phrase?
Oh, a community leader.
Community leader. You need to get a community leader on to denounce this. And I would always go, well, why? Because we know that most Muslims would not agree with a bomb on an underground train, right? We know that. You need to get... And then when we didn't do it on our show at Three Counties, people would phone and say, why haven't you got a Muslim on? Why aren't the Muslims on denouncing this? Well, so the point I'm making is you'd get one person on that would speak on behalf of the entire Muslim community. Yeah. I'm not comparing these two, you know, Islam with trans. But the thing what I'm trying to say is when you get one trans woman on or one trans man on to speak on behalf of everybody, because again, it's so nuanced, and you get 10 trans women in a line, you're going to get 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 different views on what is right and what is wrong and all of that stuff, man. It's so complicated, isn't it?
Exactly.
So I say ban them all. Ban them all. I think, Catherine, here at TLNA, we say ban them all. Ban all minorities because it makes our life awkward. So let's just get rid of it. Let's just stop it. Let's just cut it out, please. We cut it out. Enough of that nonsense. Thank you.
Oh, it's so fashionable. It's so fashionable. That's, oh, God. I'm sorry that most people... I'm sorry that so many people can't just have a conversation with someone about their experience and take it as, okay, that's fine, that's valid. I don't understand why it has to be. I don't understand how one person's experience offends someone else. You're not having to walk in their shoes. You're not having to do what they have done. You won't understand it.
As we've seen, it's difficult to walk in their shoes. There's this documentary is showing us physically difficult because of the external genital.
External genital.
I don't know. But
who would have thought some like extra organs and flaps of skin would cause so much problems?
You leave my flaps of skin out of this.
I just
yeah. It's I'm just putting it out there that as is my right. I haven't grasped yet a clear, definitive stance that I can put my flag in and go, this is what I believe around trans issues. Because I think maybe I never will, because maybe it's too subtle to have that.
I worry about people who make their mind up like that. I worry about that.
Yeah.
Because how can you be that sure about anything? The only thing I know, as I say, is whose side I'm on. I'm
on my side.
No, I am on the side of the person trying to live their life peacefully, who've already been through a heck of a lot to get where they are, and they don't particularly need anyone else foisting their opinions on them.
We got a call. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Oh, no, this is the thing I found out yesterday when I learned I could talk to people.
Oh, yes.
It's coming through that microphone. It's coming through that camera. That's what I found out yesterday, and I had great fun. Hello, caller. You got 3 seconds before you should be in bed. You got 3 seconds before you should be cut off. 1, 2. Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. Here we go. Let's watch the end of this.
Studio next week.
Olivier might be all smiles, but with the clock now ticking on their challenge, Nath...
Oh, I agree with that, Izzy. I suppose others, they should be able to live their lives the way they need to. But should transphobes and racists be allowed to live their lives the way they...
Doesn't it depend on doesn't it depend on the level of harm to others?
I'm just putting it out there as a question. If this was like 12:30 on a Tuesday night and I was doing a late night phoning shop, but
some of the parents with young kids who aggressively advocate their kids transitioning is a bit worrying. Name one.
Yeah, name one.
Do these people exist? I know a parent who has a trans son, and I can't imagine what that woman has been through. I cannot imagine what that woman has been through, and I'm not going to make up stories about it.
Let's play some ads for the... let's play some ads for some non-subs, because that's what we do here. Here we go.
Ethan's far from happy.
A couple of those boys still just, they want to show you that they're still men. And it's like,
a couple of those boys, or two-thirds of the group
there.
About
that. And they've got to stop trying to put that across. That's not what we're here for. They're here to lose themselves. We're trying to convince the people out there that they can pull this off. So they're going to have to learn from this one that it's all about what's going on up here and how they approach it.
Admittedly, I haven't found things easy. The last few days have been real hell for me, because dealing with it is quite a big thing. Do you know what I mean? It messes your mind up. You think, what are people going to think?
Here we go. Jen says discussions like this is, she thinks, why outdated programmes like, I'm assuming she's talking about Boys Over Girls, not the late night alternative, shouldn't automatically be cancelled. It's important we look back, reflect, discuss and learn. I totally agree.
Okay, so imagine, right, you're watching this as a 14-year-old trans woman who's not come out yet.
Yeah. No, but I agree with that. I think these...
No, but what I'm saying is that now we get it, now we see it, but there's a whole generation that grew up watching this thing and thought, God, I must be weird.
Yeah.
This is funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is a great time capsule of. It's a snapshot of what some people thought at the time, and I think it's a useful reference point. This is getting heavy, man. I love it. I miss the heavy stuff. I miss the heavy lifting.
Can you imagine if my mate's down the pubs with me now? You know, you can't let it bother you, but it does bother you.
We're supposed to be convincing as girls. You've got me, who's probably physique-wise is probably the blokest sort of bloke. I mean, you've got Martin, who is like.
He reminds me of Richie Wormeling.
Yeah.
Who once held a door open for me. I actually had a chat with Richie Wormeling. Nice guy. Who's Richard? The guy from Let Loose. Thanks.
Was he the one that was going out with Billy Piper?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
That was Christopher Evans, who plays the Superman.
Guinea.
I hope that's his own toothbrush. Great callback. We should end the stream right there.
As a rate.
We're going to finish in about 5 minutes. Once this finishes, we'll kind of wrap up because I have some work to do. But this has been fun today.
You've got Austin, who's got the body of Peter Andre, circa '97, and he's
classic Andre body. Then 97.
The definitive
peak Andre, peak Pete.
Like a quarter of the size of me and Martin. So I mean. If this was the lineup of a girl group, I mean, oddest looking I've ever seen in my life.
Next week, the pressure mounts as our girl band have to face the public for the very first time.
There's a lot of other things I'd rather be doing than putting a
Yeah.
bra and suspenders on today.
Actually, I can't think of anything I'd rather be doing than doing that today. If I'm completely honest, I'm making a joke about it. It's fun!
And we follow their enthusiasm.
Thank you for your donation, Ginger Ninja. Yes, it did. Thank
Stick
you.
attempts to record a debut single.
Just one orgasmic moment.
A bit of the real thing next here on E4 as we get an Access All Areas pass to follow Girls Aloud.
So we've got that to continue. I would like to just show you a little bit of this. Now there's a little bit of a crackle on this, but I think we can get away with it. So this is the making of the boy band thing.
So-called boy bands have been big business in the 90s. Take That, the biggest of them all, has sold more than 8 million records and videos in this country alone, mostly to teenage girls. But for the current market leaders, time may be running out.
This noise. Can we live with this noise? Take That. I mean, no.
Congratulations. Take That.
Take That. They've been at it for 5 or 6 years. I mean, they're not a boy band anymore. There is a pocket in the market for a good, new, strong boy band. What we're looking for is...
It might be a little bit too noisy. But it's such a good show that maybe we can survive it. I don't know. We are done for today. Let's go and do a raid, and then we'll be back tomorrow. And I've really enjoyed it today. This is fun. Again, thank you for everyone that has signed up to the Patreon. If you sign up, you get charged an entrance fee, right? You don't get billed again until July the 1st. And there's already 2 months worth of stuff in there, right? Some great stuff.
So you pay your entrance fee, but you're not rattling about in an empty hall.
There is some great stuff in there. You also get access to a private channel in our Discord as well, where we kind of we laugh at those people. I think is that Spider? Oh God!
Can't wait.
You got my dab picture from the Rocks collection. Thank you. Here we go.
I went for a wee, found a toothbrush, and cleaned it thoroughly. A big bottle of drugs with no top on. I didn't know the extent of drugs they got to. Who does that to someone?
Who are these people?
They said they were my friends. Oh no, I'm buzzing.
Jimbo says there's great stuff on there. Thank you for that. We get $6. We double your money, so thank you. Jimbo says there's great stuff, particularly the Door into Summer and the Little and stuff. So there's some great guided meditations from Little that are actually brilliant meditations, but also hilarious. I've done some music podcasts. I've done a couple of theme ones. The Paul McCartney one and the Bare Naked Ladies, and I got some more. And there's loads of stuff on there. So please do go and check it out. Let's save the late night alternative. We've got over 500. We need a few more. We need a couple of hundred more, if I'm completely honest. Let us now head over and find someone to raid. Let's have a little look and see what we got. Find Cactus. Who's Cactus Room?
You might need to find an expert on dreams and get them to teach you everything they know.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
Resident expert on dreams.
Cactus Room. It rhymes with practice room.
You don't. That's like I was watching Naked and Afraid XL the other day, and this guy went on and he said, "Hey, it's Clarence, rhymes with parents." Except he didn't. He said parents.
University-trained classical guitarist preparing for guitar competitions. The practice is slow, grindy, and repetitive. Seriously, repetitive. Oh, it's this guy, isn't it? Yeah. I love this stuff. Oh, this guy. Oh, let's go and.
Let me sleep on that. Nice.
Oh, let's go and have this. See you later. Ta-ta.
See you later.